Hi Leo, and welcome to your December 2023 horoscope. With 2024 almost around the corner, I can imagine that you're a bit curious as to what you can expect. And good news, my books are open. So if you would like, you can book a 2024 year ahead reading with me. We're going to sit down for an hour and chat about what you can expect for the year ahead. The booking link is down in the description box. Overall, December is very different from November, and I think that's really good news. In November, we had a lot of Mars energy, a lot of action and passion. But you'll be happy to know that in December, we don't have so much Mars energy. In December, we have quite a few Venus transits. So December is a great month to nurture yourself, to create beautiful surroundings, to give yourself all the comfort that you need, and to also, of course, spend time with loved ones. On December 3rd, we have Venus in your 3rd house squaring Pluto in your 6th house. Venus has spent all of November in your 3rd house. So you have been deriving a lot of coziness and security from your local surroundings, spending time with neighbors, with your siblings, and maybe even really exploring your own city, maybe even nearby cities. And as it leaves this house, Venus gets into a tense conversation with Pluto, asking you to consider if there are any limiting beliefs that you have around your daily habits, your daily routine. Perhaps you used to think that it had to be very structured, that you weren't allowed any fun. But with this Venus transit, perhaps you learned that you want to incorporate a little bit more of that exploration or human connection into your daily routine. Then Venus enters your 4th house, and on December 5th, it trines Saturn. So with Venus entering a new house, you'll find that the activities that bring you comfort and security are now different. Now you are turning more internal and spending more time within yourself and within your home. Because Venus is trining Saturn as soon as it enters your 5th house, I would suggest using your wonderful work ethic, your wonderful maturity, organizational skills to really help this transition go smoother. Perhaps you want to note down all of the things about your home that are not really that cozy or comfortable, and you want to go ahead and change that. On December 10th, Venus in your 4th house is opposing Jupiter in your 10th house. So you want comfort, and the way you're getting comfort is going home to your happy place. But with Jupiter in your 10th house, you are receiving a lot of amazing opportunities out there in the world. Perhaps you're being offered a promotion at work and you just feel torn. You want to spend time at home where it's safe and cozy and comfortable, but there is some amazing things happening to you that require your attention, that require your energy. As I always say, it's about the balance. Neither is better than the other. It's really about finding a balance between the two. On December 13th, there is a new moon in your 5th house. The sun and the moon in Sagittarius are trining the north node in your 9th house and squaring Neptune in your 8th house. A new moon represents a new beginning, and for you it could be a new beginning in regards to your creativity and your playfulness. I would recommend seeing if you can travel a bit, or seeing if you can read some new books, expose yourself to learning some new skills, because that might really help you during this time to step into your creativity. It might really help you unveil a new type of creativity that you never would have thought of before. With Neptune in your 8th house, there might be a tendency to become a little bit disillusioned or sort of like escapist by really throwing yourself into another human being, by really dissolving all boundaries and just becoming really vulnerable and naked with another human being. But during this new moon, I would recommend to just be on the lookout for that and not to get too disillusioned. It might make it a little bit more difficult for you to access your own creativity and your own playfulness if you're getting too influenced by those around you. And this possibility for disillusionment could continue to get stronger up until December 17th. This is because the square between the Sun and Neptune becomes exact on that day. On December 21st, Venus in your 4th house opposes Uranus in your 10th house. With Uranus in your 10th house, you have been really figuring out your own career. You have really been figuring out how you want to show up in your own unique way in the public, really stripping away all of the societal pressures of who you think you should be, who they want you to be. And all of the comfort that you've been deriving going inwards, spending time in your cozy home, might feel a little bit at odds during this time. There's still this need inside you that wants to step out there, be unique, shine your unique light, Leo. But at the same time, there's a part of you that just wants to stay home cozy and comfortable. On the 22nd of December, the Sun enters your 6th house. And by entering a new house, the Sun is going to tell you that you're going to get more energy, more vitality, a feeling of aliveness by shifting your focus to your habits and your routine. And on December 24th, basically as soon as the Sun enters your 6th house, it starts to sextile Saturn in your 8th house. To make this transition easier, I recommend using your work ethic, your routines, your maturity, your sense of responsibility to really help you shift from a 5th house more into a 6th house, which sometimes can be more of a difficult shift, I think. On the 25th of December, we have Venus in your 4th house trining Neptune in your 8th house. So all of these Venus transits that we've had, I feel like December 25th is going to be like a super nice accumulation or reward from all of those Venus transits. So if you have really sort of learned lessons from Venus, if you have really allowed yourself to feel the comfort and the security from your home, from your family, from your inner world, then on the 25th, it might feel as if you're able to fully relax, fully let go, and just receive really intuitive insights into what it means to be vulnerable. You might not get through these insights by using your logic or your mind. So I recommend on the 25th that you take time to journal and take time to just let go and get in touch with your intuition.
Tough luck, babe. Struck out when you had about 30 chances.
On the 27th of December, there is a full moon in Cancer in your 12th house. So the Sun is in your 6th house and the Moon is in your 12th house. During this full moon, the Sun is trining Jupiter in the 10th house. Overall, I think it's a really positive full moon, and a full moon reveals a new piece of information. So for you, it might really reveal to you any escapist habits that you might have and the ways that they're holding you back from achieving a really strong and powerful routine. You might find that your emotions are really pulling you to go deep within, to escape, to comfort yourself through any escapist habits that you have, whatever they are. But at the same time, your ego and your vitality is asking you, no, stay here with us, take care of this body, go to bed, exercise, eat amazing food. So there, you might feel a bit of tension during this full moon. What might help ground you during this full moon are all of the wonderful opportunities coming up in your career. And see if you can use these opportunities to help you find that balance between, okay, when is it healthy to escape, to let go, to comfort myself? and when is it okay to really sort of wake up and participate in the real world. It might mean that you really show up for 8, 10, whatever, 6 hours a day with pure focus, with pure dedication and presence in the real world. And then you sort of reward yourself at the end of the day with the opportunity to escape and nurture yourself that way. And finally, we close off the month on December 28th with both a Mars and a Venus transit. So yes, the first Mars transit of the month. Mars in your 5th house is squaring Neptune in your 8th house, and Venus in your 4th is sextiling Pluto in your 6th. So whether you've liked it or not, Mars has made sure that you've put in a lot of effort into your playfulness this last month, into doing fun things, into pursuing new pleasures, maybe good food, fun activities. But since December 25th, you might have been feeling a more intuitive pull towards focusing less on pleasures and more on deep, meaningful connections with others. So you might feel like there's something at odds here. You know, do you spend time keeping things light and fun on the surface, being playful with those around you, having fun? Or do you allow yourself to become fully naked and vulnerable and potentially have scary interactions with others, but in the end have a more meaningful and deeper connection with them? And having spent the whole month going within, spending time at home, you might find that you've learned quite a lot about your routine. You've learned quite a lot about how you can create the best structure for yourself. And if you allow yourself to use all those findings to feel more powerful and more in control, that might help make your decision a bit easier. It might help you find the balance between when do you put in effort and keep things fun and light, and when do you surrender and go deep. So wow, Leo, if there ever was a time to just stay at home and be a complete couch potato, then December is it. You have some really nice things going on, really figuring out what your habits are for you and like what's happening with your career, because there's some crazy stuff happening with your career. That's also exciting. Make sure that you take the opportunities that come your way. If this forecast has made you curious about what 2024 has in store for you, don't forget my books are open. The booking link is down in the description box. I only have a couple of spots available, so make sure you grab them as soon as you can. Thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this horoscope. I hope you enjoy December. Enjoy the couch, and I hope to see you again soon.